Oh my, that light is still in my face. Y'all, excuse me. Like I said, that light is shining really bright. Shining really bright. And so, have you ever told yourself it's like, what do I need to do? It's like, I know what to do, so why can't I just do it? They're like still shining in my face, y'all. I mean, I don't mind, but anyway, that's what that is. The light is shining. Have you ever told yourself, I know what I need to do. Why can't I do it? Oops. Why can't I do it? Have you ever told yourself that? And so I'm going to run through this because I have an engagement city in a few minutes. So it's like, how come you're able to do something? Or how come you could know to do something, but you just can't do it? One thing that I've learned, and I've learned this along the way. And initially, I really didn't have to be honest, even as a therapist, I really didn't have the language for it, but I got the language for it now, y'all. And so, one thing that I learned is that the thing to change is the way people see things, in that people don't need to be motivated, even though it can make them feel good, but motivation and inspiration doesn't make people do things. But have you ever gone to a conference? Have you ever gone somewhere and you feel good and you feel motivated? It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. And you take the notes. Da, 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 da. That's because you may have been inspired, but it did not start the mechanism it didn't activate your internal capacity. That's an inside job. That's a you job. That is why it's like, we can go ahead and close the door now. I don't even need to talk about anything else. This is the reason of why you know what to do. You even know how to do it. You don't feel motivated in doing it. It's because of your internal capacity. You're not using your internal resources to either expand your capacity, add to your capacity, or subtract from your capacity. Because sometimes, especially as women, especially as purpose driven women, sometimes you be doing too much. Be saying yes to everything because it feels so good. I'm here to be of service to everyone. You cannot serve everyone. Even Jesus didn't even serve everyone. So neither can you. Because of your internal capacity, it may cause some fluttering, like, ooh, this doesn't feel good. It's because of your internal capacity. It's because either of not having the courage or the capacity, I'm saying the capacity, the confidence to be able to say no. So that is an internal job. Motivation can make you feel good. That's just like I'm talking to you now. It's like, oh yeah, Sharon, she is hitting on some things. This really resonated with me. But you can know what to do. You can even know how to do it, but you can be stuck because of your internal capacity. Sometimes you may not have the emotional capacity to be able to do it, but sometimes you got to do it anyway. And that's not about motivation at all. And the thing is, when it comes to you're not feeling like doing it, you're bored, you're inconsistent, you may procrastinate, and then sometimes you may think, oh, I don't have enough discipline. Now, you do have to have some discipline now. But what I will say, do you have the capacity to do the things that need to be done? Because sometimes you can have too much in your cup. Do you have too much in your cup? Because we always say, oh, your cup needs to be filled. But are you the one filling it? Because, ooh, that is so good. Sometimes these downloads be coming because it matters of how your cup is filled. Because your cup could be filling, but is it being filled with mud, dirt? And are you the one filling it? Now, sometimes we may need something from others, and this is why being in community, being with others can be so beneficial. But as someone who has a calling, who's filling your cup? Sometimes it's for you to fill your cup. And when you're going to events and conferences or retreats or just an environment where you don't have to always be performing or showing up, is to be able to receive. That's another way of filling your cup, of when it comes to that internal capacity, meaning you're not burnt out, you know? Because the thing is, you really could be exhausted because there's so much on your plate. And now, sometimes you hear me say, oh, you got so much on your plate, get it off. Sometimes you can have so much on your plate because life be lifing. I can remember a time when life had been life, and I always say, hey, it don't even be my stuff. There's only a few times in my life other people's stuff have impacted me because, of course, when it comes to my mom and my stepdad, of course it's going to impact me. But I had to have the internal capacity in order to work, in order to show up as a therapist, in order to show up and be there for my parents. Because, of course, you're going to do what you got to do. But what are you doing so that your cup can run over? Because the thing is, get this, what ends up happening is that, let's just say you have, quote unquote, everything in order, but you're not filling your own cup. You're not activating your internal resources so that you can have the capacity. And so when you're looking at discipline or being exhausted, the thing is that where is your internal resources? Because when it comes to your internal resources, you can only get that from within. But are you even using your internal resources? Because you end up stopping because the heart is pounding. And you're thinking, oh no, this must be false. This must not be in alignment. But that's not always true because of the fact it could just be in an environment you never been before. It could be something that you never done before. And so it's like you breathe. I can even remember when I first started coming live, y'all. This was several years ago. I said, okay, I need to start coming live, and I'm still learning. But just to be on, and I'm like, at first, I wouldn't even come live per se. I would do Zoom, and even I was hiding on Zoom when I was interviewing someone. It's like, oh, I will show you, but I don't want to be seen. But I kept increasing my internal capacity so I can have the courage, so I can have the confidence to speak to you. Just what if I never done that? You won't be able to hear the things that I say that resonates with you. And so being motivated, yes, it's needed, it's beneficial. And sometimes this is how you get ideas. I always say sometimes it can be where it validates a thought process that you're having. It can confirm things as well. And then sometimes it can enlighten you meaning giving you some information that you never had before, or either, that kind of goes back to the confirmation and everything, or with an ideal or a framework or philosophy that you have. It's like, oh yeah, I was thinking about that. Or it can give you a different perspective. That's where the enlightenment comes from. It can be a different perspective or a new perspective. So we need that, and this is why of being in community is really important. This is why, this is the benefit of social media, that you are able to get some things for free. And so, motivation, yes, listen to something that motivates you. I got all kind of stuff going off. That means it's my time. And so, in saying all of that, in that, yes, listen to motivational speeches, to people, places, and things that motivate you. It is needed because it helps with your internal resources to activate your internal capacity, but also to think about, to reflect, to review what is it that you need. Do you need to add something so you can have capacity? Do you need to subtract something? Or do you even need to multiply something? Because what I've found as a therapist, a lot of people are already really doing the things that need to be done to help with their capacity. They just didn't have an understanding of it. And then sometimes it may take a minute, but it's almost like if you're, you know, doing some intentional breathing, you may just need to do it a little bit more. And there's 100 types of breathing exercises. Find the one that works for you. And so, in closing, I want you to take this opportunity to really look to see where your capacity is. Is it something that you need to multiply, you need to subtract from, or do you need to add so you can have the internal capacity for your calling? And so just, if this has resonated with you, go ahead and follow me so that you can get more insight for how to cultivate your internal resources for your capacity for your calling. So I will see you all next time.